Welcome, guys, to another episode. Today we have the pleasure of having Gabriel and my friend.
Will just me.
Guys, this is an exciting time, and I'm gonna start with asking both of you. First of all, what got you into real estate?
I'm gonna let him go first. Go ahead.
What got me into real estate? I had just been displaced from my company. I was working at Wells Fargo at the time, and I was a top producer there for a really long time. And I was really happy. I was working a lot of hours, but I was number two in the whole company. So, but then my job got displaced. I started my own payroll company for a while, and at that same time, I realized that it was a lot more work than I thought I was getting into. And a buddy of mine had just opened a brokerage, and he's like, "Man, you have a great personality. You have a great network. You've been in finance forever. This would be a really good fit for you. You're already doing real estate." At the time, I already had 3 properties, so I mean, it was an easy transition for me. But yeah, that's what got me into it. Was this one of my good friends had opened a brokerage. He thought I'd be a good fit. What about you, Will?
I mean, mine's kind of a funny story, and it really wasn't gonna be the first thing I did. Actually, I was always in the business with my dad since I was about 12. But when I went to high school, I was really into football. So those first 3 years, I had a couple offers, and I got injured my junior year.
Oh, man, you're a baller, bro.
Yeah, I
I
played
didn't
football.
know you were a baller like that.
I did
Offers
yeah,
from where?
Ohio, not Ohio State, but like Ohio, like a small D1 school. Ohio. I also had one down here in Florida, and there was like one like in Montana, which was like,
Oh,
I was
really?
not going to Montana.
Oh, Montana's fire, bro. You haven't been. You gotta go, bro.
They're trying to sell me with snowboarding. I'm a
Oh,
Florida boy.
I love snowboarding. Good thing I didn't play football. I would have been
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's go.
No, I don't like snow. So yeah, so I dislocated my collarbone. It went back into my heart. Big issue. It was really complicated. They had to find like a surgeon and everything. And like while I was
Oh,
in the
damn.
hospital, yeah, I was like, dang, like imagine this happens again in college, and I'm just going to college to like play for these people. I might not even make the NFL. So, and I have just such a better opportunity, just like working with my dad and doing real estate. So, eventually, I came to my common sense, and I was like, you know what? After this season, I'm going to focus on real estate. And graduated high school, got my license. Now, I mean, there's a whole story of us meeting. That's I don't even know how that happened, but I do.
Who, me?
Yeah, of how we all met. So that was like
A
really
call night.
yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying like from how I went from doing my own thing to meeting you guys is like really like godsend, really. And then now I'm getting my mortgage license to really get into the mix with you guys. So I'm not just
Bullshitting.
basically. Can we say
Exactly.
because
Yeah, we're good, bro.
No,
It's
but-
on my IG, so
yeah, okay, cool.
we'll see.
So yeah, that's really what got me into real estate, and so far I really love it. I know a lot of people say like in real estate there's so many realtors and it's a hard industry to get into, but I feel like, and Gabe can attest to this, it's just a work ethic and what you do, and you trying to find new ways to get to people. And if that's the person you are, or if you're the person that bullshits, you won't make any money, or you will make money, and that's just what it is.
No, I agree. That's why I loved your energy. Like in the beginning, I have a lot of people that always like, "Oh, I want to work with you." You see how it is. It was like, "Oh, I want to work with you." I'm like, I literally in the past like 2 years, I've gone through. Not I hate to say it, they're not assistants, just partners I work with, but
Yeah.
like they're helping me like
Right.
build like what I'm trying to do.
Mentees will say.
Yeah. And I remember the last person I was working with. The goal is like for them to help me kind of, the deals I get, like they can help me work those deals, but also like them bring deals too, bring value.
Right.
And what ends up happening is they're just taking, they're just taking
Right.
and like, yeah, alleviates some of my work, but like it's not really adding any value. I'm
Right.
just really paying a lot for a
Right.
partner,
Right.
So yeah, what I really liked about you is, yeah, like you said, you'd be down to come, you came in the call night that we set up,
Right.
and then you kept coming in. Oh, I want to come to events. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker really wants to work. All right, let's
Right.
go. So,
Right.
and then now I talked to you about the Toronto thing. You're down for
Right.
that too,
Yes, sir.
which is great. So, I'm all about like dividing and conquering. I
Right.
can't do everything myself. Like you've seen today, I've been on the phone like literally
All day, yeah.
all freaking day, bro, and I still have so much to do, and it's hard to do everything yourself. So everything I do, I try to partner with people. That way it kind of alleviates, a lot of the stress. Also, like if I want to sleep in one day, for God's sakes, I
Right.
can, or do something like that, or go out of town. This is the first time in years I haven't gone to like probably 5 trips by now,
Wow.
So yeah, but it's a good thing. I'm really trying to focus on, growing my business, really trying to I mean, my goal, I want to try to retire in the next 5 years, or just the ability to retire in the next 5 years. So I'm like, if I can just really, hunker down now, even if it's just one full year, which, I mean, Kelly will tell you in the past couple of days, she's been driving around with me, like crazy numbers being thrown at me and
Right.
like, equity positions and stuff. So it's really humbling, for me. I grew up, with not a lot of money or anything, and my mom's an immigrant and my dad too. So it's just, it's very humbling, and I want to just keep moving forward,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that you touch about the why behind it, and I agree with you, Gabe. Growing up with in a very humble way, and now getting to a point of looking at life from a different perspective. How does that feel for both of you guys, and how can you also relate to that if there is a correlation to that? And I would like to ask you first, and then Gabe can follow after.
Yeah, of course. And I'm gonna be honest, my parents are one of my biggest inspirations. And I'm not gonna throw like too much of their business out there, but my dad, when he first came to the US, I mean, he's old, so I don't know really when exactly he got here, but he was homeless. He came here with literally $5.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, he came here with $5 in his pocket. He worked on like
Haiti, right?
Yeah, he came from Haiti.
Yeah,
he came
yeah.
on a boat. There's like a whole story behind that.
Yeah.
He basically got chased out the country. So he came here. He worked on farms, worked in like chicken factories, then eventually he joined the Navy. And in the Navy, he was really where he got his life together. My mother, I mean, she was better off than my father was. She first started in New York. She then came down to Florida. She had my brother at the time, but both came from very humble beginnings. And they really showed me like, now I understand situations happen, but when people work every day and they really put their time and energy into something, you can make it happen. There's not
Yes,
there's few excuses, but then really no excuse to making it happen here in the U.S. And I'm just very lucky and happy that I was able to be born here and have the opportunities that I do, and I didn't have to go through what they did. And I'm gonna try to carry on and push that forward for the rest of my life.
No, yeah, I agree. Same thing. My dad actually, he used to catch rabbits in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
He caught rabbits and he would sell them to, really like fancy restaurants in the Dominican Republic, and that's how he was able to raise money to come to the United States. And my mom had to come to the border, so it's like, and I remember like being younger and my mom like really trying to, move forward, learn English, and because she didn't know any English. Her English is not right now. I'm like, she tried to talk to me in English. I'm like, Mom, speak to me in Spanish for God's sakes. I have no idea what you're talking
When
about.
they talk in like an English accent.
Yeah, exactly. So I remember like going to school. Like I remember going to school and she would bring me to school. Like I was like probably 2 years old, bro. And I can remember that. Like it's crazy because you don't really remember things when you're that young. But I remember that, and then like now seeing like everything I'm doing. She kind of sees like, stuff on Instagram, stuff like that. So she's, I give her a good amount of information. I tell her like, she sees the highlight reels, right? But she doesn't see like the long hours that I'm here.
Right.
Like yesterday, I mean,
Grinding.
the grinding. Yesterday's Thursdays. We do our BNI on Thursdays. It's
Right.
7:30. So I'm literally here, see the sun come up. And then yesterday we had our launch party, right?
Yeah,
See the sun come down, and that's like literally, because now we're doing the call night on Thursday, which I'm probably gonna freaking switch that,
Right.
because that's just a long day, and it's
Day
like
for you.
every Thursday,
Right.
like I kind of scare myself. So, but no, it's I tell people all the time, it's like speed bumps in the road. Like, what do you do at a speed bump? Do you completely stop at a speed bump? No, like you slow down. You like slowly, move over it, and then there's then it's clean afterwards. It's
Right.
you don't have to worry about the speed bump. But there's a bunch of speed bumps in a road. Is this how you do you completely stop, or do you like slowly move
Right.
forward basically?
Right.
And I think that's the key, actually, what you were mentioning, because it's all about the attitude and attitude, right? Because like we're all human beings. There's a human behind this business CEO, business creator,
Right.
and then whatever is going to happen in life, it's always going to be ups and downs, especially in real estate, especially in the industry that we're in together, right? Do you guys
Right.
agree with me?
Of course.
And then at the same time, it's like, okay, how do you pivot that? I guess that is my next question for you guys. How do you pivot? How do you move forward in those times when you feel like maybe you're slowing down, or maybe you completely gone to the ground? How do you get back up, and how does that, in correlation to, helps your clients?
I'm gonna let him go first. He went through this in COVID. That's
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like, I've been doing this now full time for 5 years, and like, your database is great, right? And that's why I focus mostly on investors, because they're always buying, right?
Right.
So it's just, and there you have those clients like, oh, find me a deal, and like, so when it slows down or something, like, I remember that guy. Let me look for a deal for him. And then as soon as
Right.
I started looking for a deal, then I'm like, it doesn't work out for him, but now I have a deal, right? So then I start marketing it, and then I start getting more traction. So and then Kelly was with me yesterday. Yesterday, literally, I got like 5 referrals. She's like, that's crazy, and it's because like I said, everything I do, I partner up with. Literally, like yesterday, we got a listing in Colombia, the country. yeah, Medellin. Yeah, literally got a listing for this agent I used to work with in Miami, and now she's living in Medellin doing real estate out there. But that was from another client that I met when I went to Dubai. I met this agent in Dubai who lives in Maryland, and she's sent me 2 clients since then. I closed a couple deals down here, and then that same client now wants to buy a house in Colombia. So now she wants to buy something out there. So I was hanging out with Kelly, and she's like, "Oh my God, you have an agent?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have an agent over there." Boom. So and she's like, she's just starting out there. I even told her, I'm like, I don't even want a commission. Like, I don't want a referral fee, because she's like, I'm like, have you closed any actual deals yet? She's like, no. And I know she's single, 2 kids, and she's a friend of mine. We've closed business here in the States, and she had to go back to Colombia because technically she didn't have her papers, and she had to self-deport so that her kids could come back in the future. So like, she's my friend. I closed a lot of business, and it was crazy. Kelly will tell you. So as soon as I call her, tell her about this deal, she's like, oh, I have someone who's looking at selling in Orlando, blah, blah, blah. And I told her I have a contractor that he's like, oh, but he's waiting to fix up the property. I'm like, hey, I have a contractor to fix it and get paid at closing. So boom, by me referring her a deal in Colombia, now I picked up a listing, It's crazy, So, yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I've always been good at just finding deals, and then I get a right when I think, I'm like, oh man, it's getting slow. And then boom, like yesterday, I'm like, oh, finally I'm like closing out, because this month has been like one of the best months I had. I mean, not this one just backed out today, but I think I closed like seven real estate transactions and like 3 loans. Right, I'm like, oh man, finally these are like, but now like it's always about the next month, right? Like what do I got going on next month? But yeah, now like I got a couple more, like, and then we had a launch party right now. I got like 6 deals off of that, and I haven't even touched those people at all. I'm like, I'm gonna have to hit them up tomorrow and figure out with that. But it's funny. I feel like as long as you're always doing activities like the networking and stuff like that, it's gonna come organic. Like it's been a little slow. Right? I mean, like maybe this pipeline's right up now, but now boom, in 2 weeks we're going to Canada. Right? Exactly. Let's re-up that pipeline.
Literally, exactly right. And I mean, I haven't been in it as long as everyone else has. But what I've noticed and what I've been trying to avoid is I've noticed real estate is very much
call nights.
No, I'm always there. He's making jokes, but it's like a snowball effect, really. So like every small effort or every small thing I do, it builds on top of each other. And sometimes you run into things like you said, speed bumps, and it does mess up your snowball effect a little bit. But it's just the fact you picking back up and putting everything back together and just keeping it rolling. So even if I'm having like a bad week or so and nothing's coming through, I know by just going out there trying to talk to people, you don't know what you can run into. It's never a self-pity or you feel like it's not working out or maybe real estate isn't for you. It's just continually doing what you have to do because eventually it builds on top of itself.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I feel like a huge part of that is the mindset, right? Like everyone's like, oh, people love asking me like, oh, is it worth it? Is the networking that's okay? Yeah. Is it worth it? Like, should I come? I'm like, bro, it's what you make it, bro. Exactly. Like, I'm not trying to meet every person in the room. I'm literally trying to connect like 1 or 2 people, and those if I connect with 1 or 2 people, like I'm connecting with their sphere as well, right? So if you connect with something I really like doing, I know I've been doing now is when I go to a conference or anything, I'll talk to the speaker. I'm like, hey, who do you recommend I should like meet here? I'm like, would you mind making a quick introduction? I'm like, just 2 people, like tell me, and they'll always do it because they know I'm there supporting them. Right. And the person's right there, so it's not like they're having to make a call or email or conference call. It's literally like, hey, the guy's right, that guy right there. Like, introduce me. He's like, I introduce you to that guy right there, and then blah blah blah, and then it works every freaking time, you know. Yeah. So that's what like it's funny. People always ask me like, literally like yesterday, this one guy who started working with, he's like, is it worth it for me to come? I'm like, it's up to you, bro. I'm gonna be there. You
make it, yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I'm gonna be there, bro. If you want to come, and then he ended up showing up, and he met my other partner, and he's like, oh, and then he was like, oh my god, it was such a great event. Thank you for inviting me. He was literally like not gonna come. He didn't want to come because he was coming today to meet me at 9. Right. He's like, I'll just meet you tomorrow night. I'm like, perfect, that's fine. And then he's like blowing my phone up like everybody was like, this building's horrible to get in after hours. And I'm like, if you know how to get to the building, you can figure out the rest. We had a security guard at the bottom. I'm like, ask the security guard. You don't need to blow.
Oh, they couldn't find it?
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you can't even figure out how to get to the building, like, I got nothing for you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you can't even get to the building, I can't help you, bro.
Difficulty challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Especially there's 100 people here. I'm like, everyone's like calling me. I'm like 3 people didn't show up because they couldn't figure out how to get here. I'm like,
Yeah. And honestly, that's like one of the like best pieces of advice you gave me about networking. It's not about trying to talk to every single person in the room, shake everyone's hand.
thank you, bro. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Hey, Abe has some really wise points.
thank you, bro. Appreciate
yeah.
you, bro.
He talked like just trying to meet one person, 2 people even, and making a serious like actual bond with these people. And then next time you guys meet, then you see them again, you say hi, but now you go talk to another 2 people. So that's a true network being built versus me talking to 30 people and never speaking to 30 people again.
Exactly.
So you wasted your time. At that point, yeah, you wasted your time.
No, yeah, I have a great example of that. Like, I met this guy, and it's like putting yourself in the right rooms too, right?
Right.
So, like, I went to this multifamily conference in, I believe it was Denver. I've been to so many. I think it was Denver or Dallas, one of the D's. And I met
He's
this.
everywhere.
Yeah. One of those I went to, and I met this guy, and he super cool guy, and he lives in New York, and I ended up. Like, I'm from New York. I go up there all the time to visit my sisters. So I went up there. I'm like, we connected. I'm like, oh, I go to New York all the time. He's like, oh, let's go to lunch. So I went up there like 3 times, I think. And then he invited me to stay at his house one night. Like, his wife like cooked, and I met his little son. And he's like, oh, you could stay here because you're far from me. I'm like, okay, cool. And in the back of my mind, I think I told you the story, right?
Maybe.
I was like, I'm like, this guy's a little older. He's Korean. He's super like,
Oh, you did.
Yeah. He's very like feng shui,
Right.
And the next day we went meditating on the beach, and I was thinking, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I can't believe he let me stay at his house. Just never know. This world's crazy. He has kid and stuff. And then he was like, that was a big deal for you to stay at my house, right? I'm like, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. But now it's crazy. He has a guy that he pays full time $100,000 a year just to like look for deals, like kind of all over the U.S. But now he's really focusing on Florida because I'm his boots on the ground. Like, and that's why I like going to these conferences. You'll see, like, because you add such tremendous value just by being where you are. Like, because all these, like, we're going to Toronto, like, you're gonna see, man, like, all those people just like knowing that they have someone that they can know and trust, and you met them on their ground, right? You met them in their hometown, their city, and the fact that you went out there, all the way out there, like, it's crazy. Like, I when I went to Dubai, I met somebody. He lives in Miami, but he just happened to be in Dubai for the same conference. But like, when people spend money to go to these conferences, you have to fly, you have a hotel, like that shows that they're investing into their business. And like, that means that they're doing the same thing I'm trying to do. They're trying to maximize the value that they're getting out of it. So that off that one guy I met in Dubai, I've closed like 15 deals. He lives in Miami, but like, we just really connected, and I always tell people, like, when you travel, I call it high value. What do I call it? High level networking.
Yeah, because there's also like immediate respect.
Exactly. Yeah, you're in another city. Like, now you have. I'm like, oh, remember when we were that time we were in Toronto? Like, you have that. That's the same. Yeah, that same relationship you have with like a best friend. Like, how many friends do you have that you've never been anywhere with? Right? Like, you've skipped like 10 years of a relationship. You excelled. Yeah, like literally, like, oh, like now we're best friends because we went to like 2 countries. Yeah, exactly.
It's like doing life together.
Exactly.
Which is a differentiator. Instead of like just focusing on one transaction, you guys are focusing on the long-term relationship.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and then like, bro, it happens all the time. Like, I get like, it's crazy. I get deals from like all over the place, which is pretty dope. So I'm excited that you're coming, because that's one flaw I do have. Like, yesterday, like, I have like 7 people I need to follow up. I haven't even texted them back just because
you're busy.
Yeah, busy, bro. I know.
I'm super excited about Toronto too. I'm trying to like.
You haven't paid anything yet, so I wasn't sure. The Zelle, you haven't Zelle my boy, bro.
I didn't.
I haven't Zelle him either. So it's fine. Alejandro. I was paying last minute. It's all good. I love you, bro.
I got you too, but I won't be last minute. But like, everything will be paid out.
Yeah, so we got to get the rental card too.
I was gonna say, I thought how much is the rental card gonna be?
It should be like only $300, maybe. Oh, cool. Yeah. Where it's in this Canadian. I mean, it's an American, but I think if I postpone it and pay there, it may be Canadian, which would be better.
Cheaper.
Actually. Yeah, it'd be cheaper.
We'll figure that out.
You'll see currency exchange, Forex type stuff,
Toronto, you have to get a lot of posts and stories. Although he wants to stay inside, of course, I'm the younger guy, so I'm gonna have everyone outside.
Oh, really? Who said I want to stay inside?
He's gonna be like, oh, it's 12 o'clock, guys, I gotta go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, I'm an old man. Yeah. You're right. I like to wake up early. But we are gonna go to Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. And
yeah.
Get a boat
That's
tour.
gonna be exciting.
Yeah. Right. Have you been or no?
I did.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
Bro, it's like, I tell people all the time, like, I've been all over the world, and like, that is like one of the most beautiful things I've seen, bro. Like,
Seriously?
yeah, it's dope, man. If you could be the American side, it'd be dope because then you can actually go in and there's like a boat. You can take a boat.
Oh,
I've done a
I thought that was
helicopter.
the
I've done a
Canadian side.
We could do a helicopter. I don't know if you're feeling crazy.
Alright.
I did the helicopter. Yeah, the helicopter. Yeah, the helicopter is sick because it's like I think it's because like you know the Canadian American border. Like I think they're not allowed to cross into like the territory. But like I remember we went because I've been on helicopters before and like he like banked into the thing. So it's like he's flying and then he's like,
Yeah, oh
yeah. I'm like.
maybe he just wants to be cool.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this, I mean, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is really cool.
So wait, so the boat tour is only on the American side?
It's on the American side. But I mean, if we bring our passports, we could cross over.
Yeah, we just shot.
Yeah. So it's not it's cool. It's called the American Mist or something like that. You get like, they like pull you right in there. You feel the water and stuff. It's dope, bro.
Yeah.
It's super
Like a
cool.
poncho.
Yeah, they give you a poncho.
I think,
They
yeah,
give you a
they
poncho.
give you one. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I was going to get retwist right beforehand. It's tragic. Oh, well.
And no, leave them alone.
Leave it alone, yeah.
My next question to you guys is, what is that one story that comes to your mind with a client? Either something memorable that was like funny or something memorable that was actually very sentimental when you work with a client.
I'll tell you, I have one that's funny,
Okay,
sticks
you go
out. I
ahead.
had this client, I never met her before. She was like a lead from somebody, and she was looking at some property. It was like 10 acres and middle of nowhere, like Bithlo area. And it was like someone died in it. It was like a foreclosure or something. And they weren't there. The body wasn't there anymore. But the remnants was there, you know?
Yeah.
So we go there. There's no electricity or anything like that. The house is like, there's like,
Haunted.
yeah. There's like 5 different structures, you know? I don't know if you've seen Mad Max. Have you seen Mad
Yeah,
Max?
yeah, yeah.
It's like that, bro. Like there's this bunch of stuff
Like-
hanging from like, it was like a massacre, like stuff that's hanging like from the, like, you have to like walk
Right,
around, you
it
know?
is.
Yeah.
Like-
And there was like one of those houses where like there's a wall and you can kind of go around both sides of the wall. And I had
Right.
just met this lady. She's Haitian too, actually.
Oh,
And,
Lord.
so I'm like, and there's no electricity, so I'm with my flashlight and I'm like walking around one side of the wall and I thought she was behind me and she came around the other side of the wall and she was like, ah, and she like jumps out at me. I'm like, what do you, and
You
she
just met her.
Yeah, I just met her, bro. So she's like, I'm jumpy as hell. So I'm like, you know, and I'm like, I'm trying to be a professional over here, lady. What are you doing scaring me? That's literally what I told her.
So you had
You know?
to test your gangster.
Yeah. But now I've done like 4 deals with her. Like I need to follow up with her
Hey,
actually,
that's
Kelly.
one way to
Remind
break
me.
the ice.
I'm gonna call her.
Yeah, remind me. Yeah, she has to list the property. She's been
So-
slacking.
Where-
He has the
where
good
at?
side.
No, it's near the, I forgot, it's near UCF.
Okay, so remind me.
Yeah, near
Yeah,
UCF.
he has the good side. I'll give y'all a life story I learned really quick in this business, and it's about your time on a certain client. And so I first met this lady, and it was like one of my first clients ever. So you know how it is. You know, you're like all crazy about them, like, like oh,
Yeah.
anything you want, I'm
Yeah,
there.
You
So-
drop everything you're doing.
So essentially, eventually, like, she takes me on a wild goose chase. We probably see like 10 houses, 10, 15 houses. One house was like in Ocala.
Oh,
Yeah, one was in
that's a
Ocala.
wild goose chase.
Real wild.
Was she pre-approved at least, for God's sakes?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right,
got the
you did the basics. You
got
did the
paper.
basics.
So at least we knew the money was there.
Yeah.
So eventually, all this wild goose chase, I'm like, nah, like, I need to refer her out. Like, there's no way.
I need to refer her out.
I'm like, this is insane. Like, I can't do it anymore. I don't care. I'd rather have no clients.
Yeah. No clients. Start from. We call it back to the basics.
Yeah, back to basics. Literally, that is the only time I debated real estate license. Anyways, so refer her back to someone else, right? This guy works with her for maybe like 2 weeks. I got a phone call one day, random number. I'm like, hey man, how's it going? He's like, yo, who is this person? Apparently, she took him on a wild goose chase, and like she scheduled an appointment with him, and didn't even show up to the appointment.
Oh wow.
So real bad. And then she came back to me, and I'm like, no. I'd rather have no.
Did you
commission.
close?
No, I was
Really?
like, I don't want.
What's
the
your
commission.
Kelly? Follow up with her. We're gonna pick this deal up.
Hey, you want it? Hey, that's fine. Hey, that's fine. Good luck. But
I got people.
So I don't even need a commission anymore. You have a great time.
What was the
But-
price point on it? Just out of curiosity.
Well, she went. Yeah. Don't worry. I got you.
All right, yeah, we'll take it. We'll give you a nice referral fee on it.
Wait,
Collab on
wait
it.
for this.
We
one.
get the loan
So-
too. We get the loan. It's all
Right.
good. It'll be
Oh,
worth
perfect.
it.
Wait till you hear it. Price point went from $330 to $150
Oh,
to $220 back down to like $110. So if you guys want that, go ahead.
Maybe we'll refer it out.
yeah. We refer her out. We'll definitely refer her
No,
out.
no,
Keep
no,
her in house,
no,
but
no,
refer
no,
her
no,
out.
what
Always,
happened?
always in house.
There we
Oh,
go.
and then she started talking about how her son was getting his license too. So
Oh, damn. Yeah. You don't even know. He's driving her around now.
yeah. Well, good luck to him. I'm sure you can get it. You want the class?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Yeah. Kelly's on it. Kelly's on it.
I got it. Don't even worry about
Yeah.
it.
Right now, after we finish class.
I know. I'm just.
Yeah,
playing.
exactly. What else, Kelly?
Well, with that being said, I want you guys to share a tip for a real estate investor that's looking to invest in the current market today.
Okay, for
What do
me,
you got?
I mean, for me, what I've seen, like I'm an active investor as well. Something I've seen is, I mean, the ground up is the best play. I feel like, I mean, you're acquiring the land at the cheapest possible amount, right? And then if you're once you're able to execute, I mean, you make a considerable amount of money, over 30% on your money, as long as you have a good team. You definitely want to have a good team, which we do. We could take for you, but I've seen because I'm like currently working on a fix and flip, which it's the last one I'm ever going to do. Like you're just walking into someone else's mess. At least when you're doing ground up, you know exactly what you're starting with is nothing. Right. You can do a good amount of due diligence. You can figure out the zoning. It's to figure out how long it's going to take. And then you can kind of plan that way. But when you walk into something, someone else's mess, then, it's cleaning up someone else's mess. And then you still have to deal with the zoning and all this other stuff, whether it be a septic tank, which is a big one, septic tank.
Right
Yeah, exactly. I've gone through a couple of sets. I'm kind of going through one right now. I'm kind of going through one too, kind of.
Like literally shit.
Shit. Going through shit, exactly. So I would say ground up if you can, if you have a great team. It's just way easier to do. The profit margins are significantly better, especially here in Orlando. If you can bring a good quality product to a good area. I mean, I think you sell it really quick. I mean, the one we did last year, we sold for it was kind of funny. We sold it because it was within 2 miles of a house that I sold as well, and the highest comp, which is crazy, was the house that I sold. I'm like, oh my God, it's in the same area, bro. And that house, I sold it for the most in the whole neighborhood. Right. And so I ran the comps. I was telling my builder, I'm like, man, I don't think this is too high. And then I'm like, let me go 2 miles out. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the house I sold. Yeah. And then we were actually sell it for the highest one in the area, and we sold it within 30 days. And that was when the market, the average house was selling in 120 days. So wow. Yeah, so I think ground up, if you, like I said, if you have a good team, you got to have a good plan. I think, and as long as, they do take a little longer, but if you're able, the goal now for me is to stagger them out. So, I have one I'm starting right now, one I'm starting in a couple months. And as long as you stagger them out, then you always have a project that you're closing on. Yeah. What about you, bro?
So, hey, I'm not really into too much real estate investing per se, but I can tell you a little bit of what my dad did. And I'm going to do a little bit of plug on Kelly's book because she's the one really into it, of course. So what my dad does, he has a really interesting process of, he just drives around, finds a really messed up house, finds out who owns it, and builds a relationship with them. Whether that's just randomly, just talking to them, being cool with them, helping them out in any type of way, and then eventually they sell him the house, and he fixes it and flips it. And or people will just give him houses to they don't want it anymore. They know that he fixes and flips, so he does that way. One tip that I did learn through Kelly's book, if y'all want to go read that, she'll plug it in there at any point.
You read her book, bro?
Yeah.
You read the whole thing?
I got to finance. I got to finance.
What is it, chapter 1?
No, that's that's actually past halfway point.
Oh, okay. I haven't touched the book. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's better. I'm better than.
Yeah. I got the author right here. I don't need to read the book. It's real life.
I realized the same thing after 60 pages.
So. Oh, yeah. She's gonna be in tomorrow. I'm gonna see her tomorrow. Let's talk to her.
Right. But great books.
But I recommend to you guys to read it. Right?
Yeah. Definitely a quality read.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
It's on Amazon.
Oh, yeah. It's on Amazon. Number 1 best-selling book after 30 days of being published.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, congrats. That's awesome.
Hey, we got to boost the numbers. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So, a good tip in there is always to buy a house, find a 3-2 with a garage, and then convert that garage to an extra room. Now you have a 4-2. Perfect. You can rent out each room. And then she also points out this thing called house hack. I didn't even know what it was until I read the book. So it's called house hacking. So let's say you live in one room, the other 3 people pay the mortgage essentially for you, so you're living for free. So that's a perfect thing for a lot of people that are just getting into it, very new to it. Maybe people my age. I'm 19, by the way. So people my age is looking to get out the house. Maybe you're going to college and you just don't want to either dorm and or buy an apartment. To do something like that, maybe work out pretty well for you.
That is an amazing advice. Thank you for pointing out the book, by the way. And thank you guys for sharing all this valuable information. For you guys that are listening, it is a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for your timing. And with that being said, guys, is there any maybe quote that comes to your mind, or a book that you recommend, a video that you recommend, something like that that you can share with our viewers.
What's that? The guy. All right. You know what I'm talking about? Matthew McConaughey. He has a book. It's really good, and it's the only book he's published. I forgot the name of it, but I would highly recommend you read it, bro.
Right.
And it's his memoir, and he goes through life, and he basically it's called Green Light. That's what it's called, Green Light. You know. And it's just like when you have these aha moments, like you should go for it. Basically,
Right.
It's green light, go for it. And like the book is amazing, man. I read it twice actually. I listened to it twice, and it just goes through like how he came across these movies, and then like how he just kind of went for it, and everything just kind of became
Worked
like
out for him.
it's organically, you know. So I
Right.
would say if you see an opportunity, don't overthink it. You know, like people like to. It's called analysis paralysis. They tend to
Right.
overanalyze things, and then they'll just let things kind of before they know the opportunity's gone. So I feel like
Right.
people tend to say I shoot from the hip because of that. But I mean, I like living like that. You know, like sometimes I lose, but for the most part, I never do. You know, as long
Right.
as I feel like it's always you just have to find a solution at the end of the day. So
Right. Right.
Matthew McConaughey,
And-
Green Light.
That's a good book.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come for a little younger perspective. Don't.
Fuck you.
But yeah, just for people my age, I'm gonna reach out to them. You are my niche, essentially. So don't ever feel like age is ever a limiting factor. Your intelligence and what you believe in is the most important thing. Yes, people may say they may look at you initially and say, "Hey, you look young. You're probably an idiot." And for most people my age, that's true. But once they speak to you and they realize, hey, this person's intelligent and I shouldn't just judge them based off their age, what you put into educating yourself and becoming a professional person is going to advance you way farther than what your age shows initially.
No, I agree. It's funny. Like, oh, who's that? Who's those young kids you're always hanging out with? I'm like, who are you talking about? Like, I don't even look at you as like a 19-year-old. I'm like, oh, that's my partner, bro. What are you talking about? Will? You talking about Will? I'm like, yeah, he is fucking young, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, like that's why it really impressed me about you. You know, you're very driven. I could tell. Like I'm putting time in, hanging out with you, working with you. So I know we're gonna build something great. So and the fact that you're young, I love that because that way, I get old, you can take care of me like my son.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
You teach me a lot. So
exactly. We'll work it out together.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, real estate, any questions about loans, anything, please call me, 407-341-9663.
Real estate, you can call me at 407-576-9184.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yep. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Watching.
Oh, both.
That was live. That was